Good morning and welcome to Studio 5 going live. What day is it today? It's Monday. That's right. Yes, start of the week, etc, etc, etc. The story of the back-paired onlays that I hope one or two of you may have been following. Well, if you remember last time we were looking at getting the leather, which I'd done the back-paired onlays onto the book, and here it is. There we go. I did it a couple of days ago and it's been in the press, drying, making sure everything's okay, ticky-to-boo with it. And we can see that the surface is really, really smooth, that the surface is just a flat plane now. And that's the beauty of working with back-paired onlays. I've had tins in while it's been drying, and I've also done my infilling, which is trimming away a little bit of the leather and then inserting a piece of paper which is the same thickness as the leather turn-in, to make it perfectly smooth. I've still got to do a little bit of sanding just here and just here, both on the front and back board, because the leather was thinned down in this area here and here to allow for the turn-in at both the head and the tail. So there we have it. Relatively simple, relatively straightforward. And it went down pretty easily. The secret is not to use the leather wet, to try and use it dry. And it's already had its 2 paste washes. Pauses for a second. Paste wash, I hear you say. What is paste wash? Well, I'm going to show you what paste wash is. So we'll just put that away for now. Paste wash. Yes, indeed. Paste wash is absolutely fantastic stuff, and invariably when we're covering our books we end up with sort of sticky fingerprints and things all over the leather. And what I always do when I'm making a book is I always make a little maquette board which is made of the same thickness and the same materials that I've made the actual board from. Again, infilled in exactly the same way, and it's a really good opportunity for those who are starting to sort of practice cutting our corners before you go on to the real thing, the real book, and you get an idea, a feel of what the leather's doing and how it's going to work for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a paste wash in preparation for my gold tooling. So what is paste wash? Well, the clue's in the name. We've got here some paste. Now, it could be, if you wanted to, a tapioca-based paste, or it could be a wheat starch paste. It's whatever you're using, I suppose, whatever you can get your hands on. Practice first, of course, before you start work on it. A little cotton swab, and the most important thing, perhaps, is some vinegar. Now, I use a clear vinegar because I like the non-staining. It doesn't colour the paste that much, and that's really very important. But there you go. And this is from Happy Shopper. I'm sure there are other shops available. Now, I have been called a little bit of a pedant because when I start talking about adhesives, I don't say glue. If somebody says to me, "Oh, can you pass the glue?" I pass them this, and this is glue. This is not Hellman's, but it is glue, and this is made from the tendons, bones, bits of detritus of animals. And it's got a very distinctive smell. It's sometimes referred to as flexible glue, or hot glue, or Scotch glue, and it's what was used in days of old. I use it in some of my work even today, and you can also get fish glue, which is made from rendered down fish bones and things like that. So when somebody says to me, "Oh, can I have some glue?" this is what they get. It shouldn't be confused with paste, PVAs, contact cements, or indeed impact adhesives. And it does in fact say on there adhesive, not glue. So it is quite important, because if you were in a let's say a woodworking shop and you said, "Oh, could I have some glue?" that is what you would get. Okay, so do bear that in mind. Now, the secret to paste wash is to make a sort of a wash that is a single cream in thickness, or a pouring cream. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the old jungle juice there, a little bit of the old paste wash, vinegar I should say, and then I'm going to mix it with a noggin. I love that word, a noggin of, I don't know what it means, but I just like using it. I hope it's not rude. Of the paste that I'm using. I'm using a wheat starch paste for this particular book. So I've got a nice sort of thick milk or single pouring cream consistency. Not, you don't want it too much. Now, why paste wash? Well, the vinegar, as we know, is about a 5% acetic acid, and that sort of gets rid of grease that may be on the leather surface. And the paste sort of cleans off any paste marks we may have had, and also sort of tightens the surface by infilling the grain. So I've got a little bit on here, and what I'm going to do very gently is I'm just going to lay that on top, not rubbing it in, I'm just gliding it over the surface. And then using the under part of my arm just here, I literally just go over the surface just to smooth everything out, and then I leave that to dry. And that is paste wash. Nice and simple, easy peasy lemon squeeze. And I do that 2 times, obviously letting it dry at each stage, and then remarkably, and this is the remarkable thing, it's ready for the next job, which of course is going to be the gold tooling. Anyway, thank you all very, very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed this going live and introduction to paste wash. Really useful to know, and have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you all. Bye-bye.